this is going to be the first fight of round 2. Origin versus Prism. And we are now into the defense phase. F and D tier are now gone. You are allowed, don't worry, you are allowed, yes, to target each other. Your job to get hit the least amount of times. Pretty much imagine like gunners armed with stun rounds. You get hit, I'm stunned, and I got 1 point against me. We're dealing with A tier difficulty people, guys. These guys got thermal vision goggles. These guys got sniper scopes. These guys got all the attachments. A redneck's dream these guys have will be a canyon. So just imagine the Grand Canyon.
I'll say heads.
Tails.
I would like to go second.
You know, targeting any like loose rocks, the ground, anything near any immediate threats in order to eliminate them, turn them into an orb, keep them from targeting me. Creating cover and ammunition for myself is going to be a big priority. My power to turn maybe nearby rocks, regardless of size, into an orb that I can carry, and then I would be moving those or throwing them to break them to create cover.
To run directly towards him, start using my power on him repeatedly, stunning him. I then pick him up and use him as a human shield.
So you're cornering yourself and letting Origin be the door. Prism is rapidly changing your color. So you're turning like green for like a split second and you're stunned.
I use my power near myself, and whether he turns into an orb, I turn into an orb, we both turn into an orb, I'm not being stunlocked anymore. That gives me a chance. If he's just turned into an orb, then I could grab him, throw him, it shatters, and he's again out in the open in the middle of all these enemies.
However, being shot while in an orb does count.
I can just keep my power active around the area I throw it, and effectively do the same thing he's doing to me. So I stun lock him, keep him as an orb.
So you're both trying to perma-stun each other.
Oh yes, definitely.
Yep.
That's exactly what I'm trying to do to him. Therefore, they would notice him, the flashing little glowing disco ball.
And I'm sorry, could we hold up for a little bit? I'll be right back.
Alright, everybody, say the worst things you can say about Blue. Not Blue, Power Dealer.
Oh geez, I don't know. I feel like that'll show up in the recording.
I don't think any of us are mentally healthy here. But
Also, perma-stun, or repeatedly use my power on myself to make myself the color of said terrain.
the enhanced weaponry and gear of the people said things like thermal too.
Oh, I didn't think of that.
What's he doing? He's just laying there. Light him up, Mike. Oh, Lord! They both have stun locks.
Exactly. Which is, this entire season feels like a stun lock, and that one guy who can run away from the stun locks.
I think Origin's perma-stun is better than Prism's. Prism is able to lag him out for sure. That is a good defensive tool. If he were allowed to hurt Origin, Prism would have won all the way.
And Origin may not have that good of a defense, but his offense in this scenario is his defense.
The winner of this evade match is Origin. If you challenge, you can gain 1 point.
Screw it, yeah.
You made an all-star appear on the field. It's a hero from a different season. You could have pulled season 1's heroes, season 2 heroes. So now Origin, Prism, both of you have to deal with the all-star hero Lich King.
Season 0.
A judge all-star.
Oh.
He has the ability to control all skeletons. He carries around a sack of bones with him as well. He's able to use the skeletons and make bone armor of himself, as well as bone swords. So anytime a skeleton from his army is approaching you, orb.
Pretty much, yeah. Alright, so I can still throw it away from myself if they're close, or I can make distance if it's not in grabbing range. And even if I'm turned into an orb, that effect persists for a certain amount of time afterwards.
If, let's say, you kamikaze shot like you've been doing before, turn you and Lich King into an orb. Lich King can control bones, and he has bone armor on him at all time. He can very easily move a bone up to the beam.
How about from multiple objects surrounding him, each object spewing multiple different balls of light?
Using my power on in rapid succession on Origin, then while he's being perma-stunned, that gives Lich King an easier chance to go at him.
Yeah, you can stun the skeletons.
I can. And he would be between me and Lich King. Lich King, of course, wouldn't just pass off a perfectly good stunned fleshy boy.
You know, you both have good ways of slowing him down. Eventually, he's gonna hit both of you.
Yeah, Origin, but I don't think he can necessarily deal with those and deal with Prism at the same time. Yes.
He still has to deal with Lich King himself. Origin can deal with the skeletons amazingly. Lich King himself, it's a little bit harder because he has that reaction time and the bone armor, and beat the ever-living hell out of him. And just throw him out in the open. Prism can't deal with the skeletons as good. He can deal with Lich King a little better. If you stun Lich King, you stun his skeletons. Because Lich King controls the skeletons, he doesn't raise them.
Oh, that's a fair point right there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's something that's way worse. Like, let's say Origin hits Prism. Oh, Prism is now an orb. Lich King's going to break it, open it up, and try beating him up. He might get hit a few times, but then Prism will use his stun lag to escape. The winner of this Evade rematch is Prism.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Prism.
This is the final match between Spirit and Licht. Could you imagine if we did the match and I wasn't recording?
Oh my gosh, that'd be like
That
the
would
first.
suck.
I would be so pissed
I
off.
would just
ISIS is invading New York. It's going to be up to you guys to defend the city as well as you can, as much as you can. Protect the people at all costs. It is super hard. They have better aim, better reflexes, better health, better durability, better weapons. Super ISIS. There is also an all-star in the mix. So, the all-star that is leading Super ISIS is the A-class hero Lawyer.
I mean, I have some ties.
And to give a more English translation to Lawyer's power, use your power, you get hurt. Lawyer can also increase the recoil on anything.
My signature item.
Yep.
The Super Slingshot.
This whole city, for some reason, is on a graveyard. Defend against their S-class abilities. Tails.
Second.
Of course, I have to summon my Quetzalcoatlus, right? And then from there, I'm sending him underground. And I'm finding the highest vantage point that I can. And then whenever I see the enemy, I'm going to have my Quetzalcoatlus come up, like just peek out and there, like the tiniest bit, as little as possible, touch the enemy, move back, touch the enemy again until they're down.
I shall try to try to protect the citizens is going to be my main goal. So like if I see them coming harm, I'll just teleport them away.
You can attack the IRS if you'd like.
Can I just like have the entrance portal be in front of them, and just like yeet them in midair? If I see citizens get too close to, see the IRS get too close to comfort with the citizens, I'll either kind of like split them up.
What happens when you get caught? They're gonna find you eventually.
Do what I'm doing with citizens, sort of just teleport away.
I will summon the Quetzalcoatlus to me and have it defend an area around me. And they can't touch my Quetzalcoatlus, but my Quetzalcoatlus can touch them.
What's your plan on defending against Lawyer?
Stay out of his sight as much as possible. I know that one of the things for him is he knows that a power is being activated, but he doesn't know where that power is being activated.
I'd like to attack several of the towers, causing them to collapse.
But, Spirit, your power is actually one of the more vulnerables to Lawyer. Your power is a continuous power.
I'm unsummoning that Quetzalcoatlus and booking it out.
Can I just like pick create a portal in front of me and then have a extra portal be like behind Lawyer and just have it floating in from behind?
So pretty much you're gonna get everyone's attention, and they're gonna be, hey, what's that? Let's shoot it. Brrr, and Lawyer's gonna be, oh, what a nice day. Oh, good heavens.
In order I'm going to give him my Quetzalcoatlus is if it see the portal, go through it to get to places faster.
Wait, have we decided what happens if he just closes it?
It
on?
cuts whatever's there in half.
But if by accident his head gets cut off and Lich is in the way of where the head is going to land because, you know, the head got cut off.
And more of just like, because we've already said the projectile can go through. More if I do get caught by ISIS, send their projectiles to either to back into themselves or Spirit.
Spirit's able to dodge that S tier fact because of the bird being underground. He can't really react to that well. He can't get around their extra defense and HP. But Licht can summon them 50 miles in the air and just have them die.
Is this escape
If-
mechanism, I have to say, even better than Origins?
If Lawyer finds Spirit, even for just a few seconds, he is so screwed. The Quetzalcoatl is so big. Let's say someone's running, and he's on the building, for him to put a portal in front of him and put him on the opposite end. The winner of this Defend the City match is Licht.